Happy Sunday! So, after an hour and a half, I now know is 17 minutes for a Samsung Hyperlapse. So I spent all morning and I deep cleaned the corner computer desk and it still looks like a mess. But cleaned it all off, Cloroxed it fresh, everything, which I should do every night, but I'm not doing clients, so I can kind of get away with a little bit more. But back to the neon glow powder pigments that I've got. Still playing around with them. I am obsessed. I can't think of much to do. These are the two sets. Well, five each. Can't really see. These ones I really, really like. They remind me of like 80s colors. You can't tell because the camera sucks. But it's like 80s, like kind of pastel, but neon at the same time. And it's pink, orange, and green. That one, then up here is pink and purple. So right now, what I'm doing is this has a base with a silver glitter and then two different brands of cateye. It won't focus, but this is cateye. And I just put a matte top coat on it to get a little bit of tackiness because I did that last night. And then I'm going to be using these three: purple, green, and pink. So this is the same pink and the same purple I used in the first one that I tried. It's kind of hard to like find good color combinations, at least for me anyway, that aren't going to be kind of repetitive because these ones don't glow in the dark, they glow in black light. But here you're really basically stuck to like a couple pinks, oranges, one green, well technically two greens, but these are white, so they only glow in color. They don't actually have color. So these two are blue, and then this one, I have it upside down. This one is a green. So even though I'm using green, I want it to look green when it's not just in the dark. You know, these can be used either as a powder, which is what I'm doing right now, or you can mix them with a top coat, clear coat, and make it basically into a straight up gorgeous nail polish. I've been doing that with my pigment powders and my chromes for a while. So when I realized, I thought it just came with a few glow in the dark, but when I actually got the package and saw one, how jam packed the containers were, I did notice that you do need to use a little bit more than your average neon pigment powder. I don't know if that's just because they're a little bit less opaque and more kind of pastel on the pastel side, but I'm just curious to see how these colors are going to turn out with the cat eye underneath. The other two just have a white base color and then one black nail where I did a white design. So this is the first time I'm actually doing it. So they're going to blow on the nail when you put the powder on. Remember to blow away from the open dish of powder. But I'm going to fill this in and I'm going to do this. And I'm going to switch it around so you guys can see and watch. Now I'm going to try the best that I can not to go outside of the frame. I'm at the absolute worst for that. But I also paint right up with my face next to the nail because, I don't know, I'm super detailed. I have to see every little line. I do that when I write and draw too. Like if this was a neon pigment powder, I would not put that much on, but a lot of it does. It's a little bit more powdery, more kind of like, yeah, just more crushed up kind of. So after you dab it on, a lot falls off. So either having one of those trays that you put fingers over top of, that would be good for like actual nail techs who do them on people. Or in my case, just remember to try to put the pigment powder on over top of the open case. So getting some Beetlejuice vibes, Ninja Turtles, whatever, but in comes the pink. And it's the same thing. Like normally, like that's way too much if it was actual like the neon pink. Just a little bit inside the cap is enough for the neon powders. So you do use a little bit more product, I don't know, but even the neon pigments that came with it were jam-packed in the containers, when everything else that I've ordered that came in little containers like that had maybe an eighth of the container was actually had product in it. I found with the matte top coat, for some reason, it makes it like blotchy and chunky, and no wave top coat is just not enough sometimes. So like, I don't know, I'm trying to find just the perfect, I only cure this for 30 seconds. I don't do a full cure. Or wait, maybe I did do a full cure this time. Yes, I did do a full cure. Yeah, I did. Like, because I'm working far away from the nail, it's also like harder for me to see, but I gotta stay in frame. Like once it's wiped off, it's gonna look cool, and I think you will. It's not like the neon stuff. You'll be able to see the pigment, or the cat eye, I mean through the pigment. If I was putting the neon pigment on, you wouldn't be able to see through it. I'm just gonna move some green up into the purple because there's, yeah, I love these colors. They give me total like 80s, early 90s vibes, like those jackets, those windbreaker jackets everybody had that were these colors with the pocket in the middle. Just need some orange and yellow. So I am going to just basically flash cure this real quick. I mentioned it. I don't know if, the gel can, if the light penetrates through the pigment, but I mean, this isn't fully, like I can still see the cat eye through it. You can kind of see, actually no, you can't, you guys can't see anything, but it's not covering, the powder's not covering the whole entire nail. So I just do it either way. Good luck, whatever, it makes me feel better. I sleep fine at night. And just for good luck, and then I take, this is where you want to use a fluffy brush. I know I've mentioned it, that when you're doing pigments, you want to use a dense brush. I notice a lot of people will say you want a fluffy brush. I'm noticing more and more now, people are saying dense brush, because it gives you more control over the powder. And you want to use a fluffy brush. I mean, I have fluffier, but just for now, and then just lightly dust away the excess, or brush away the excess. Yeah, see, like, you won't be able to see, but it didn't really take here in the middle. It took a little bit, but I might have to go over it twice. And that's the thing too, like, you want to be super, super, like, careful when you're dusting it off. You don't want to dust any pigment off too much. But yeah, so that's why I kind of do the flash cure. I have a feeling this one, yeah, there's going to be a big spot in the middle of it. But I'm going to put a regular top coat on it, maybe do a second layer of powder, just to kind of fix that up, but I'll do that off cam and come back. So this is how it turned out. It's definitely nowhere near as bright as the other ones, but it is cool. You can see the cat eye through it. That's just because I didn't use a white base color. I did try to find whatever I could as close to white as possible, so I put a bunch of silver. So yeah, you still get the color and the design, or whatever, the pigment that you put on. It's just not as bright and bold. However, you guys can't see it, but I can, and you still can see the cat eye through it. And it's decently nice. But now that I know what it looks like, I am going to put these aside because I have ADHD, and I'm going to put these ones on at least one hand because these ones are the colors are so far off. Like I love these like 80s, early 90s vibes hard. But these ones are just purple and pink. So I'm going to probably make something else later with a white, but I'm going to put these on because I have hacks to show you with the glue tabs. And this is what's also so nice about these nails is I can take them off later tonight if I want to. And you know, if I have a whole bunch, they're reusable. So if I have a bunch, you know, if any events are coming up, holidays, Christmas time, you can have these sets throughout the year and just accumulate them, collect them. As long as you prep them, clean them properly, you'll always be able, like same with dreadlocks, you'll be able to reuse them. And that way, you know, that's a total huge money saver going to the salon and you've got nails for whatever event you want them for. And yeah, so I'm going to get this set up. I'm going to prep my nails. We'll get everything ready to prep my nails because I'm going to show you all that and my little hack with this and a hairdryer if you haven't seen it. Okay, so because I did prep my nails last night, I went through my cuticles, pushed them back, but I'm still just going to show you with one finger. So that way you know, so you're going to take one of these and don't mind my contact dermatitis. It's my last flare-up. This is what happens if it will focus. This is what onycholosis looks like, where it causes deformalities in the nail bed, like bumps, and they're really, really brittle. So anytime, like for example, this one, see how it's starting to grow out at the end? These two are not bad, but these, anytime they grow slightly, I have to cut them because they'll either kind of rip like a hangnail or like this one here, you can't see either, stupid focus, but it's split right down the middle. Like it's split right here, so every time it grows, that bends. I can't pick up little thin pieces of paper. Like it's serious, man, and everybody's talking about it. I'm kind of getting sick of hearing about it, but just because everybody has so much different information, it's like, okay, where were all of y'all, you know, years ago? I guess I wasn't really doing nails on TikTok or yeah, so I don't know. But I caught it technically in 2022 from Polygel. So it doesn't happen right away. So even though you're like, oh, I'm fine, just be safe, do your research. Okay. So that was my excuse for my disgusting nails. So you're going to push your cuticle back, not too much, and then you're going to clean it all out underneath. I did that last night with a Dremel. And then I just did this off camera, but you're going to take a buffer and you're just going to lightly buff the surface of your nail to get a little bit of grip there. And then you're going to take your alcohol, rubbing alcohol that is, and just really make sure you get wipe off each nail really good so there's no dust or oils or anything left over on your finger. And also, even though I do it when I'm packaging the nails and prepping the nails, you're going to want to wipe the back of the nail too. It's got leftover residue from this sticky tab and all that. So I already did all of that, all of this. So now it's time to put them on. So first hack with these, actually, this is a perfect example right here. You know how these come with a little tiny thin film on them? I can never get that film off because I can't use my nails. Like I can't grip anything. This hurts too there. And this was a long, long time ago. And the thing is, it flared up very quickly. I only did my nails maybe 3-4 times directly on my nail bed. And I ended up like this. I haven't done my nails since the summertime probably. And yeah, so I just had to look and see to size these. My nails have gotten even shorter, so I need the really small ones. So I'm going to take this. And the first thing with the nail tab, you are going to, wait, which one am I going to do first? I'll do my thumb. That was too small for my thumb. Do this finger. So instead of putting it on vertically, you're going to put it on horizontally. And I do need to look off cam for this. And just make sure it's directly right in the middle of your nail. I do have a really bad, I'm not the best at aligning it, I guess, on myself. And then just make sure there's no air bubbles. It's completely flat. I leave it on until I get all my nails covered. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to put them all on my nails off cam, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you the hack with the hairdryer real quick, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've got the tabs on all of my fingers, and I'm going to do finger by finger, obviously. I just don't know which one to start with. That might be the hardest. So I'm going to start with my index finger because that's whatever. So you're going to, beforehand, each nail by nail, you're going to take your hairdryer. So I'm going to turn on the hairdryer for a second, and you're going to heat up the glue tab, and then that gives it, well, obviously kind of like melt it, I guess, and then I'll show you the proper way to apply the nail so it gets more adhesion. What's nice about this too is if ever you feel like they're starting to like loosen up or just uncomfortable, you can always just take the hairdryer to them and heat the gel back or heat the tab back up underneath the nail, and then it'll harden again eventually. But it's not a full, you know, 100% fix all cure or whatever. Do as I say, not as I do. That was super glue for me. Oh my god, I just blew everything all from my desk. Not even thinking I wanted to show it on camera. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing a nail. Where's my other nail go? Okay, take 2. I'm gonna do this off camera. Okay, so it's nice and heated. Just press down on it. Everybody else says medium heat. Again, this might be a series. Do as I say, not as I do. I burn this thing. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do, oh, it's just so hard on the camera. You're gonna want to put the nail maybe 1/8 of the way down at not a 90-degree angle, well, but whatever angle this is. But I was gonna make sure it's straight. And then you're going to press down by the cuticle, press it flat, and then push, like slide it downwards. I wasn't able to slide it downwards. There. It's crooked. Oh, this is so hard to do with a camera in my face and trying to show you guys. How do y'all do it? There, well, that's as straight as it's gonna get for now. And I mean, it's a glue tab, so it's not gonna be like when I use super glue, but that's the trick. So I'm gonna do the rest with my other nails. Hope you guys learned some stuff today, and don't forget to subscribe. My Shopify shop has been open and actually looks like a website. I've got some products on there and I'm working on it every day, adding new products every day. So it's lotuslocks.myshopify.com. Please go check it out and at least subscribe to some emails, follow my YouTube channel, Lotus Locks, and yeah, have a good Sunday, and I hope everybody is ready for the work week.